All right, going on. This is Skaven turn two, and now all that's left is pretty much for me to counterattack. All of her attacks, all of her charges, pretty much failed. They failed to break my troops, and if you understand how Bretonnians work, you know it's all about running in and on those cavalry charges and just smashing what's in front of you. And since that didn't happen, I was in the exact situation I wanted. And so what you see here is I charged in with the plague sensor bearers hit the one flank, the rat ogres hit the other flank of that unit, and then since I wiped out the men at arms and that other unit of knights of the realm, and her general actually died because he got ran down. So I'm at four. I've already scored four points, and the breaking point is three, and she started out with a what do you call it? She had eight. Uh, Pretty much was her. I'm trying to remember what it's called, but anyway, she had eight to give, and I was four. I only needed to kill pretty much the BSB or the unit standard here, and that's the game. And so uh, the rest of the rest of my army charges. Uh, the that big block of slaves, I'll charge in on the flank of that unit, and they're not going anywhere. My Dumo turns around and heads towards the archers, and these are going on to my magic phase, and I pretty much got I managed to get I irresistible forced and got blessed with filth off on my rat ogres. So that now not only do they have the frenzy and four attacks and all those attacks, they're also going to be poisoned attacks. And then not much else happened during the magic phase. The result of the miscast was I lost two magic levels, but I wasn't too concerned at that point. And then going on, my Doom Wheel turned around, it rallied, and it was actually the closest thing were actually these Peg Knights now, and they got shot by lightning and killed. So, and then this just a last shot, hand to hand again. That the challenge is still going, and I kill. It's evens. They get attacked back. So both those characters die, but I take down that Bretonnian lord, and then my warlord is over there, and he's in contact with the BSB, and he just went to town. He's got the ogre blade and the rat ogre. So he just chopped up the BSB, and that was the game at that point. So to the Skaven, and we'll go on with my thoughts in just a minute. All right, thoughts on the Blood and Glory, and things to remember about Blood and Glory is it's all about killing the general. The general is worth 2 points. Everything else is worth one. So if you can find a way to get to that general and kill the general, then a lot of times that will give you the game in a Blood and Gore scenario. Because I think a lot of players don't think about when they put their list together, they don't necessarily think about this scenario, and so they end up being a little bit light as far as characters and all that other stuff goes. So my other point is that Bretonnians need to win combat when they charge, and they just need to be careful when they charge in and make sure they've got everything. And this was really just terrible luck, because I think what should have happened was both those units should have made it in against the storm vermin and slaughtered the storm vermin and rode right on through into my bunker, and we would have had a completely different game, completely different situation, and it would have been victory Bretonia. But again, with these lists and the Blood and Glory, I think Blood and Glory scenarios also tend to be relatively short, unless both armies have bunkers, and that I think is one of the things that is a little bit different. Other things learned is that the sort of anti-heroes I tend to include a lot in a lot of my lists, and the reason behind that is that just for situations like this, and then also the other Trickster Shard is also a great tool, and then you saw what if you've been watching, you've seen what the Doom Rocket can do, and that's I think the real challenge anybody who's playing Skaven has to deal with this is the Skaven bag of dirty tricks, and there's so many of them and so many options and so many things that Skaven can do. There's the brass orb is another little thing that Skaven have that can play around with, and there's assassins out there sometimes, and there's things you can do with those, and also not in this list, but sometimes what I feel is the Fellblade. And again, it's just something that it's unexpected. Some people will be like, why would you field anything that could kill off your own character? But usually what I take it in bigger games, and I take it at 3,000 points, and I put it on a warlord, and usually like that warlord right there on the Rat Ogre Bonebreaker, because then not only is he fast, he can get across the board super fast, and with that movement 6 on that Bonebreaker, and then he's carrying a weapon that just, the only caution against something like the Fellblade actually in combat is if your opponent has ASF or a higher initiative. But a Skaven Warlord is I7, I think, and so that doesn't happen very often. He usually gets to strike first, and with something like the Fellblade, he'll just cut down whatever's in front of him. Other things, Doom Wheels. Now, you notice I don't have HPAs or Warp Lightning Cannons in this list. And part of that is because this emphasis for this list is close combat and hand-to-hand. And this is I think, is how you run Skaven hand-to-hand, is take lots of big blocks of at least decently fighting troops that can hit hard, and then just make sure that everything in your list works together and helps with that cause of winning combats in hand-to-hand. I've got that's why I've got the Sensor Bears, and then I've got the Doom Wheels. Everything in there is also and then a lot of players think that Doom Wheels are underpowered or not the best points for your rares, but I'd argue against that, and here's why. Here's the thing that you get with the Doom Wheel that you don't get with the other. Well, there's several things, and here's the list of things you get with Doom Wheels that you don't get with the other Skaven rares. They're toughness 6, really tough in comparison. Most things in this game, there are a few things in this game that go above toughness 5, and a toughness 6 Doom Wheel and 5 wounds just makes it tough to kill. So you get great durability, and then 2, you saw how fast Doom Wheels can be. They can hit in, they'll run away, and then they'll come back again, and that's what you do with Doom Wheels. They're not there to stick around and fight. They're there actually to crash in, do a bunch of damage, run away, come back, crash in again. And then also the Doom Wheel Lightning. While it's random and sometimes it can hurt your own Doom Wheels, the other side of that is that there are so many times where the Doom Wheel Lightning has taken out chariots or destroyed monsters, or just the Doom Wheel Lightning itself can sometimes be a bigger threat than anything you can do with the impact hits or the strength. If you've never played with a Doom Wheel and you're a Skaven player, try it out, see how it works for you. The one problem is, and I think the real problem and why people don't take Doom Wheels, is that they are difficult to use. So you have to practice with them, get what you're doing down, and after that they're loads of fun. Anyway, that's the report, and hope you enjoyed it. Bye.